So we'll go ahead and take a look at naming some of our prisms and pyramids. On this first one we can see that it is a prism because it has two bases which are congruent polygons. So all we need to do is count the number of sides on the base, and we can see there's 7 sides on this base. That makes this a heptagonal prism. Looking over at our next one, again we can see that it's a prism, not a pyramid, because we have 2 bases which are congruent polygons. And you can see on this one that the 4 sides are equal lengths on the base, which makes that a square. So this one becomes a square prism. On the next, we can see that this is again a prism because we have 2 bases which are congruent polygons, and then we need to just count up the number of sides on that base to determine what type of polygon it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes this a hexagonal prism. Over at our next, we finally have one that's a little different. This, you'll notice, has one single vertex at the top and only one base, which is a polygon. So this makes it a prism, or excuse me, a pyramid instead of a prism. We can count up the number of edges on the base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which makes this a heptagonal pyramid. Then next down here, again, we have another prism. So we count up the number of sides on the base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes that also then a hexagonal prism. And then over here we have yet another prism with 5 edges on the base. That makes that a pentagon, which is a pentagonal prism. And then lastly down here, second to last, one of our last prisms that we see, you can see that the base is a rectangle, has one set of congruent sides and a second set of congruent sides, which makes this a rectangular prism. Lastly on the list here, we have another pyramid. We have single vertex at the top, which means it's a pyramid and not a prism. And it has 8 sides on the bottom, making it an octagonal prism.